Hi everyone, this is your Wednesday morning weather update, and that means that since, well, spring arrived yesterday, in the evening I might say, that today is the first full day of spring, and I wish I had better news. I wish I had some spring weather to tell you about, but it is cold and blustery throughout the north, and it's still pretty chilly across the southern states, although not as bad as it was, yesterday or even the day before. But we'll talk about that in a moment. First, a look at the weather map. Two pieces of energy that I want to draw your attention to. One in the northern part of the country, producing snow for the northern Rockies that now is pushing into portions of the Dakotas. And then we have the second piece of energy in the south that is producing thunderstorms this afternoon from Texas up through Oklahoma and maybe even up through southwestern Missouri. So over the next couple of days, these two will be impacting eventually the Midwest, the South, and then maybe as we head toward the weekend, they sort of come together to impact the weather around the Northeast. So let's get to the forecast here. It's still cold and blustery, especially throughout the Great Lakes. 42 today in Cleveland, just 44 in Chicago, only 32 for a high in Minneapolis, and in the low 40s in Des Moines. Again, it is improving in the South, so we're sort of in between from Cincinnati over to Louisville in the 50s. You get south of this front, and you got temperatures that are in the low 70s for Nashville and Memphis. That is a huge improvement, really. And things will only get better for you in Grand Rapids, but when you're this cold, you kind of assume, well, I hope so. It can only go up from here, right? And it does, by maybe the early part of next week, we're actually in the 50s again. And same deal for Chicago. Same deal really through the entire Midwest. It's going to be chilly through the weekend, and then next week things improve for us. Not a bad day here in the Southeast. Some would call this gorgeous. Charleston at 70, 74 in Savannah, 71 in Atlanta. You got, remember yesterday's high of around 60 in New Orleans. Today will be up closer to 70. 73 in Dallas. Thunderstorms staying just west of you for the most part, but you may have some thunderstorms later on tonight. 76 for you in Tampa. As we look at our 7-day temperature trend for Charlotte, yeah, a little bit of a cool down for the weekend, but we do climb out of that pretty quickly early next week. In Fort Lauderdale, it's going to be a nice day. It's not very warm, but it's comfortable. A little cool in the morning, a little cool at night. We will get a little bit warmer, at least for the weekend, start of the weekend, that is, 80 degrees, and then early next week, maybe climbing even higher into the low 80s. All right, that is your Wednesday morning weather update. I hope you all have a fantastic middle of the week, and I will see you back here tomorrow.